Dave Essex from Stake Your Claim, coming to you from beautiful Palm Desert, California, where the sun always shines. Now recently I know many of us have become quite frustrated and angry, quite bitter in many cases, as to what's been going on with the family of Internet Lifestyle Network. Because as we are growing and as we are coming bigger and better, more recognized within the online marketing community, people start to take shots at you, people try to bring you down, throw flings and arrows of outrageous fortune upon us. And perhaps we should just take a moment to think that maybe all of this happened for a very important lesson to be bestowed upon us. And I hope that today's message will be that lesson to help us all override what we're going through, to be able to see the path clearer, and to keep moving forward and get better and stronger and rise above it all. And the lesson was actually taught by a young martial artist. You may have heard of him, named Bruce Lee. Now Bruce Lee, when he was a young lad between the ages of 13 and 18, he studied under a sensei called by the name of Yip Man. And Yip Man was trying to teach Bruce Lee the fundamentals of detachment, of not becoming attached to anything, but to letting and casting off the evil things away. And he came up with a phrase that went like this: empty your minds, be fearless, be shapeless, be like water. Because water is the only element that can obtain and stand alone under the three different properties. It can be gentle as a liquid, where the smallest amount in a glass seems harmless and safe. It can be a gas, where it is invisible, yet it can split the core of the earth. Or it can be a solid, like an iceberg, a rock, that can bring down the mightiest of ships. And during his teachings with Yip Man, Bruce became frustrated with himself because he couldn't understand one of the very important lessons that was trying to be taught to him. And that was the lesson of detachment. Okay? Not to become so engrossed with the opposition, but to cast it off, cast the evil away. Deal with it, become it, find solutions for it, and move on. Now, Yip Man, in his teachings, would explain to Mr. Lee to preserve yourself in the following way: the natural bonds of things, and don't interfere with the natural bonds of things. Preserve yourself by following the natural bonds of things, and don't interfere. Remember, never to assert yourself against nature, and never to be in a frontal opposition to any problem, but to control it by swinging with it, by becoming with it, and finding solutions for it. Don't practice this week. Go home and meditate on that phrase. So Bruce did that. And after spending several days thinking about his training, his teachings, practicing somewhat, he became a bit obscure and a bit angrier and decided to go sailing. So he hopped on his junk and went off to sea. And upon thinking about the trials and tribulations, the concept of detachment, his failure to grasp this all-important concept, he slapped the water. And then, in an utmost moment of clarity, it all came together. He hit the water again. And he realized, was this water not the essence of Wing Chun and the teachings of Yip Man? The very principle of detachment was contained within the water. Because if you strike the water, it does not suffer hurt. If you strike it again, it will not suffer pain. If you try to grasp it, as Bruce did, he found that it would just fall to the ground. He could not hold it. The water, the softest substance in the world, again, when put into a small glass, seems weak but gentle. Yet it can be a torrent, an outrage, as we see in tsunamis, as we saw with Katrina and how it wiped out an entire city of Louisiana, New Orleans, and how it brings down the mightiest of ships. And again, as a gas, its very steam heats up where it can split the core of the earth. But the reality is that whether it's gentle or the hardest substance in the world, we should design ourselves to be and act and be that water, to take the form of the oppositions and the conflicts we find. Yip Man, in his philosophies, made Bruce Lee finally realize that this is exactly what he meant, what Yip meant by being detached. Not being without emotion or feeling, but being one with the feelings, not being sticky or blocked. But in order to counter ourselves, we must first accept ourselves by going with the flow and not fighting the forces against ourselves. And that's our lesson for the day. If you like it, as always, please like, share, or comment. And if you'd like to work with me personally or get to know me even more, please hit me up on Facebook under David Essex, or email me at stakeyourclaim@aol.com. Or if you'd like to be part of my 7-Day to Profit Formula group, please click on the link below. Let's join forces. Let's chat. Let's share our journeys and our paths together. So until next time, again, be like water. Be fluid. Be strong. Be gentle. Be steam. Be hot. Be mentally prepared. And remember, detach yourself from the obstacles and the outrageous fortunes that are cast upon us this time. We will override this. We are better. We are stronger. We are water. Till next time, folks, Dave Essex from Palm Desert, California. We'll catch you then. Bye now.